Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show. Charlie Bahama Show.
It's the Charlie Bahama Show. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Charlie Bahama Show. I am your boy, Charlie Bahama. And this show today, it's all about love. That's right, I'm gonna have the love guru herself, Tennille Darville, on, talking about her new season of 242 Love. Oh, thank you, Smedley.
Dave, simply Dave.
Smedley, thank you so much. Well, she's coming to the end of the season, and they're gonna have a reunion with all the couples, okay? So this is gonna be hot. We're gonna see them all together for the very first time, all right? Come on back, Charlie Bahama Show. It's love. The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Keep up with all things Charlie Bahama by following Charlie Bahama on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Get behind-the-scenes access to Bahamian and international celebrities, along with travel info, tips, photography, and video. Like, share, and follow Charlie Bahama on all social media platforms. And subscribe to our Charlie Bahama YouTube page to catch up on all past episodes and bonus clips. You can also go to charliebahama.com anytime. We always keep the lights on. The Charlie Bahama Show. All that same flair with a little less hair.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And now I am here with the love guru. I call you the love guru now. Tennille. Yes, you're the love guru. And I see you got the memo.
A little festive this morning. I'm already in my festive mood, so.
Right. Well, I was doing red for love.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Red, hey, it works for festive too, because we are now in the festive season, and I'm so happy the weather got a little cool, because I like layers. I like cool weather clothing. So
I love it. I love it. I love it.
yeah. So now we are back because you have a new season, and the season went really good, and now you're coming up on this. What is it? The reunion episode?
Yes. Well, most people don't know, but the couples have never all been in the exact same room with each other during the taping, during the season. And so at the end of the season one, we did a reunion where we invited all four couples to come to one space. And we had a round of questions for persons who sent in questions, and they answered them live on the live 1 hour segment. And so season two, we just thought we would do the same thing, invited all four couples. And for the first time, some of them met each other. And listen, I don't think we weren't even prepared for what happened. And editing is going to be a nightmare because it's so much content, but it's great. Season two was explosive. It was awesome. And I was just glad to be a part of the whole project once again.
Wow, 242 Love, going strong. So let me ask you, because not only do you do this TV show, but you have a company that sort of revolves around love and weddings. When you had these couples on the show, now you don't have to name names or anything, or in your passing with this, do you look at like some of these couples and go like, that ain't gonna last?
Oh, no. Honestly, our couples have been totally great. Some of the questions we asked them sort of prepared them to figure out whether or not their relationship would even last to the point. And obviously, no marriage is perfect. Every couple has their personal struggle, their personal issues that they're dealing with. The good thing that I loved about my couples is most of the couples know whatever their issue is, and they're working towards it. They're working on it. They're working to get past it. For persons who are dealing with issues that were affecting them and it hurt, or for persons who just have, personality issues that they're dealing with. The newlyweds, obviously, we're still going to be butting heads after you get married. The first year, the first 2 years, sometimes the first 3 years. So I've never looked at any of my couples and said they're not going to last. I think it's just comforting to know.
I don't mean you can tell them that. You're like, you
Oh,
ain't
no,
gonna
no,
last.
no,
I mean,
no.
in your head, that you're like,
In my head, no, never, never. I'm grateful. I have wonderful couples on 242 Love. They're gonna last.
Man, if you would tell them in person, there'd be like 242 fight.
No, 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 no fights, no fights, no fights. But they're all wonderful couples. I mean, you can tell from the content when we're asking them questions. Like most of them are pretty much well connected. And that's the sign. A lot of them have wonderful friendships. And if you know anything about a marriage, friendship is the cornerstone of that makes marriages work. So my couples are great. I haven't seen anyone yet. Maybe when we start to do 242 singles and we maybe, maybe then you can see where, oh, maybe these two won't work. But my couples, yay, 242 Love. I love my guys.
With this, the season is gone by, and now we're coming to this, reunion. So what are people gonna get to see during this reunion? Like, I know you said there's so much content. Tell me one of your favorite moments, and also we're gonna show you clips from the season, and hopefully you'll send me some clips from the reunion too. Yeah.
We'll give you a little bit just to give the public a little tinge of what's gonna happen. Again, the couples never know the questions. And so when they're responding to you, they're giving you authentic responses, in the moment responses, nothing that they could be like, oh, let's think about this answer before we get back to them. So in the moment, it was awesome seeing them respond to the questions. I can't wait for the reunion, honestly. I still don't know what's going to happen, how we're going to, they laughed, they teased the season 1 couples, but it's friendly banter between them. But the answers, they make you think. And they're giving real honest answers to real honest issues. And my prayer is that it just helps somebody who may be facing the same thing, someone who has the same question, it's being answered. The advice that they're giving is heard and it's applied to whatever situation they have. And again, we always profess that they're not professionals. They're only giving advice based on their own personal experiences. But I find that experience is sometimes the best teacher. Theory can only take you so far, but going through it, being in it, understanding how to come out from it is always best. And it's good that our couples have that experience.
Very good. Well, I remember on the last show we had you on, I was asking if you were married yet. Now, don't answer. Don't answer. This could be my cliffhanger, okay? Or if you're in love. This is my cliffhanger, So when we come back, we'll find out if the love guru herself, Tennille, is in love or on her way to getting married. All right, Charlie Bahama Show. Come on back.
Yeah, firm. She is the financial responsible one, and I like it that way. And we really don't have arguments about it, other than when she decides to just do something and then don't say. And then I find out when Amazon boxes reach. Not box. Sizz. Yeah.
Everything isn't for him to know.
But it's not an issue.
Oh, and he has this thing about soaking the dishes. So I'm like, either you're gonna wash the dishes or you're not gonna wash the dishes. Why are you running water, putting in the dishes, putting in the soap, and just letting it sit?
It's soaking.
This is not laundry. Wash like that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just wash the dishes.
There are tons of things to do.
Still have to work on this child.
Okay. Blindside ain't even a movie. There's a lot to do.
We are imperfect. We are perfectly imperfect, and I think that's another ministry that we would like to get into as we try to be transparent in this untransparent, unreal world that we live in. Like I had said before, relationship goals is one thing that people always aspire to be. Like, you look at these people and you want to be like this. And I will be the first to tell you that's a lie.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back.
Charlie Bahama Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show, and we have Tennille here, the love guru, I call her. And before the break, I asked, because on the last show, I was surprised to find out, because all your companies are about love, 242 Love, and your what is it, a wedding company, or what do you have, the other company?
Wedding planning, and then there's the bridal boutique.
Right, so it's all about love and weddings.
All about weddings.
So, have you found love yet?
I'm still waiting on Mr. Right. He's out there. And the Bible says he that finds a wife finds a good thing. So he'll eventually find me. And hopefully by then I wouldn't be so stubborn and so work oriented.
Well, that may be it. You're so busy. I mean, with 242 Love and the wedding planning and, all that, you have a lot on your plate. So you don't have to worry about it. But we're going to find somebody for Tennille. So let me ask you, what kind of guy you like? You like Idris Elba?
Oh, he is. Yes, he's very.
Oh,
Yeah. I love Idris. I love his accent more than anything.
Oh,
But for me personally, as long as you're a God-fearing man and you have vision and purpose, I'm sure that God will tell you if I'm the person that you're meant to be with.
oh, okay. I was going on looks for now. I mean, they all seem nice, like like George Clooney, or you more like a Denzel, George Clooney, or
Definitely an Idris Elba.
okay, not a Pee Wee Herman then.
No, unfortunately. Listen, I grew up with Pee Wee, and Pee Wee's he's intelligent. You just could only love Pee Wee for like the hour that the movie is. And once that hour is gone, it's no, I can't take a Pee Wee, unfortunately.
So you could have a cup of tea with Pee Wee Herman, and then that's about
You
it.
can have a cup of tea, and yeah, you can have a cup of tea with Pee Wee, and he can give you his lovely anecdotes and all lovely. But eventually, Pee Wee, please go home.
All right, so we can set that up. Idris, because Idris watches this show every Friday. So Idris,
He's very married. I can't get in trouble.
okay, sorry, Idris. Sorry, don't call me for Tennille, all right? Sorry.
Don't do that. I ain't getting in trouble. But Idris look alike. That'll work.
Okay, Idris kind of guy, And I know if I wasn't married for 20 years. 20 years. I know, you would have been just like, oh, Charlie, you're the one, but
You understand.
So now, back to this reunion show. Yeah. So, did you, when you were interviewing these folks, did you find any surprises, like things you just wouldn't have imagined that they would say? Like, are these people that open with what they talk about? I mean,
they're very open, and that's one requirement that I've asked, that they always be open and honest. And yes, there were moments when we got responses that we weren't absolutely expecting. And it took a turn. The conversations took a turn. So again, when you're dealing with real experiences and real emotions, things don't always go the way that you expected them to go. And so we had a moment where we just needed to take a minute and regain and get back. Honesty causes a trickle of emotions, whether it's anger, tears, frustration, hurt. It does a whammy on you, and that's what marriage is. Marriage is that wonderful Pandora's box that's filled with all sorts of emotions. But the good thing is, I'm so honored that I have a group of married people who understand these issues, who talk about it, who tell you the real thing. Like, communication is important. talking about things and not allowing them to fester, that's important. Making sure that you're heard and not just being listened to. You know, men have a common trait of hearing but not listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say?
Men, see, there you go. Perfect example. So women want to talk. Obviously, we're talkers. We like to get things out. But men say we choose the wrong moments to get it out. So you got to figure out the balance in between there. There's nothing wrong with telling them what it is you want them to hear, but choosing the right moment so that you have that 100% focus and attention so you can hear the issues, and not just be like, this woman coming back at me again and the game on. I ain't gonna hear a word she say, which is true. So women, choose your moments carefully. Men, when they do give you the moment or when they choose the right moment, listen with intent. With the intent of hearing, with the intent of understanding. And there are so many other things that they brought to light, issues that affect 242 Bahamas. um, you'll have to watch the show.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be showing clips. So all throughout, we're going to show you clips, some spicy ones. Let me ask you this. Did anybody cry?
We had one or two moments where we needed to take a break. And but there's a lot, there were tears shed during their actual interviews. Obviously when you're talking about things like miscarriage, you know, the death of a family member, some of the couples dealt with COVID in different ways. COVID was a good thing for some couples, but COVID was a different kind of thing and not necessarily a constraining thing. It wasn't a bad thing, but COVID brought other things to light. So COVID did a different thing with each couple. It affected each couple differently. Some good, some bad. And so there are a myriad of emotions that go through the interviews themselves. And then on the reunion show, it was just like,
wow. So I guess you guys better be prepared to watch that reunion show. So when is the reunion show coming on again?
December 8th, cable channel 212. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. I'm gonna be right there watching that, and we're gonna be showing we're gonna be showing clips, some more right after this, when we're finished. But Tennille, thank you so much, and you know, when Mr. Wright, he's gonna be calling me to get your contact, but you gotta go through me. I'm gonna vet them first. All right?
Do I appreciate it?
Yeah, I'm gonna vet them first. So don't just.
You've been married 20 years, so you pretty much know.
Yeah.
What I should be looking
I
for.
got the list. I wrote some of the things down. And I know look a little bit like Idris, and I got the rest down. So
okay, good,
you know,
good.
you all trifling dudes, don't be calling me for Tennille, okay? All right. So Tennille, all the best, and we'll be looking forward to watching that reunion show. All right.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you. So here's another clip from 242 Love. We'll be back right after this.
He wasn't that good looking. Don't mind it.
Well, they asked about how we met. Nothing about how I look.
With the stripper's stilettos. And so he had like a gash in his face. It's like, what happened to you?
The nerve of you to disrespect my house. Look at the time of the night. Now, bear in mind, I'm also a visitor at the house. Do you not need a receipt?
She did not ask for the explanation.
We can pull receipts from.
The Charlie Bahama Show will be right back. Hey, welcome back to the Charlie Bahama Show. And you guys are in trouble now because you can see I'm in the speaker's corner. And that's when I, you know, tell you a few things. And since this episode is about love, you know, we're trying to do, you know, 242 love and actually the world with love. I just want to talk to you all about that, man, because in the world today, I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems to be so much fighting and hate and, you know, pitting one against the other. And I don't know if it's because of social media where now everybody has, you know, their little cameras on their phone. And so we're getting a lot of the fights and, you know, people being able to record all this stuff, or if it's, you know, really just getting worse and worse. And it seems like even politicians are using that against us. And for the most part, you know, I think humans are into love and not into hate so much, you know. And what we have to do, especially with social media, is stop rewarding sensationalism and fighting and all that with our attention. Okay, we have to stop giving attention to those types of people. Let's give our attention to love, so that we could, build this world together for a better place. I mean, the environment is in trouble. It seems like democracies could be in trouble, and just us as humanity, we're in trouble. So if we don't come together with love and we just keep this hate up, hey, the apes will take over, and then we'll become Planet of the Apes. The animals will take over and get rid of us. Anyway, love, not hate. All right? Come on back, Charlie Bahama Show. If you want more Charlie Bahama, go to any of our social media pages or subscribe to the Charlie Bahama YouTube page. Well, thanks for watching the Charlie Bahama Show tonight. And so good for Tennille to come on by. And hopefully she'll find the right man for her soon. And when she does, we're going to have her on the Charlie Bahama Show, her and her man. I'll turn the tables on her and we'll do 242 Love on her. But anyway, until next time, go onto our social media at Charlie Bahama, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, even TikTok, or charliebahama.com. All right, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Charlie Bahama. That way you see some of the behind the scenes things that we don't show on this show because it's, sometimes I have to cut it down, all right? So until next time, love is in the air, right? Remember, love, not hate. See ya.
Charlie Bahama Show. 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 Charlie Bahama